Good morning. It is Wednesday, October 8th. I'm Whitney Turner. Thank you for joining us for Catch Up Quick, WVLT's daily fastcast, airing 10:30 in the morning, Mondays through Fridays. Well, Dolly Parton's sister posted an update on Facebook saying she didn't mean to scare anyone and she's simply asking for prayers for her big sister. The country music singer announced late last month she was dealing with some health issues. Frida Parton shared a post on Tuesday saying in part, "Many of you know Dolly hasn't been feeling her best lately. I truly believe in the power of prayer, and I've been led to ask all of the world that loves her to be prayer warriors and pray with me." This all comes after Dolly postponed her upcoming residency in Las Vegas. The 79-year-old did not give any details about her health problems, but Dolly says she has to have a few procedures. She also says she doesn't plan to retire. A Harriman City councilman and his firefighter son are now indicted after an 18-year-old was shot and killed at a party in late August. It all leads back to that late night party at the Mr. Clean business in Harriman, owned by Councilman Brian Frost. The district attorney says several teens were partying with drugs and alcohol on that property when a fight escalated, resulting in an 18-year-old being shot and killed. Yesterday, just over a month since the shooting, the councilman, his son Bradley Frost, and another teen were indicted in the case. We spoke to the family of Holden House, the 18-year-old killed at the party. His mom is pushing for more charges to be filed.
All of that darkness is in the light, and it's going to get brighter. It's going to get a lot brighter. Anything beyond that is pure determination and the rage of a mother. So that's where I'm at in my grieving process, and I'm staying there until all of this is over.
There is already an ongoing case involving 17-year-old Riley Pollock charged with House's murder. The latest update in the case, a judge ordered Pollock be held in a detention facility. We are learning new details after a man died in police custody in Madisonville. Authorities say the man may have overdosed at the time. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office identified the man as Michael Stice. They say officers found him in a Ford truck blocking part of the intersection at Turnpike Road and New Highway 68. Witnesses told the officers he needed medical attention. Deputies say the officers asked Stice to step out of the truck, but he didn't comply. When more deputies arrived, they say Stice tried to run away before he was arrested. The sheriff's office says Stice stopped breathing during the struggle. Officers performed CPR, but Stice later died at the hospital. Deputies say they found fentanyl in the truck and in Stice's pockets. Monroe County deputies have now captured an inmate who escaped from a work detail. The sheriff's office says Cody Patterson cut off his ankle bracelet and drove away from Glassmasters in a white Dodge pickup. Patterson is wanted for felony escape and theft. Sheriff Tommy Jones said Patterson was taken back into custody Wednesday morning.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Belle Oliver.
Well, many of us woke up to lots of heavy cloud coverage, even some patchy fog out there. Of course, we will see more of those clouds continue over the next few hours. Temperatures slowly warming up by this afternoon into the middle 70s. We will see more sunshine, but it's going to be pushing later towards the afternoon. Looking ahead over the next few hours, again, mostly cloudy out there. We will see maybe a few sprinkles towards the afternoon in the mixture of some of those clouds, but later on this evening, finally seeing some break in the cloud coverage and some more sunshine returning for your Wednesday night and heading into your Thursday as well. So again, there's clouds right now, but trust me, there'll be some sun later on. Most of us topping out into those middle 70s later on this afternoon. About 75 degrees in Knoxville, 76 down toward Kingston, only about 70 in La Follette, and 72 degrees in Pigeon Forge. So definitely feeling more and more like fall on this Wednesday, thanks to that cold front that pushed through late last night into early this morning. And we will be feeling the effects of that cold front. Look at our tonight low, 53 degrees, definitely going to be nice and cooler compared to the past few mornings. Winds still coming from the north around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Switching now towards Thursday, still looking at a very beautiful day, full sun and clouds tomorrow. Again, starting out nice and cool, 55 by 9 a.m., warming into the upper 60s by about 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then ending off into the low 70s by about 5 o'clock. So just really some nice, pleasant weather heading out for your Thursday, and it's going to be really, really good. Looking towards our low temperatures, I mentioned we'll be feeling the effects of that cold front, and definitely looking towards Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. Notice our low temperatures where we wake up in the morning going to be below average. Going to show you, look at Friday. You can see that blue in there. Many of us waking up into the upper 40s, even some places, especially in the northeastern part of the state, middle 40s. Definitely going to be the coolest air that we could see this season so far. 45 in Morristown, 49 here in Knoxville, 48 in Kingston, and 49 out in Crossville. Definitely that feeling of fall is in the air. Same thing goes for Saturday morning. Low 40s in the northeastern part of the state. Rogersville, 41 Saturday, 48 in Knoxville. It is going to be a little bit chilly out there for Saturday on our football game. Overall this week, very nice, very pleasant and calm weather. This is probably going to be the warmest day of the week so far. 75 for your Wednesday. Still keeping a chance for an isolated sprinkle. Looking towards the rest of the week, plenty of sunshine with temperatures into the low to middle 70s, and then some cool overnight lows into the 50s.
All right, Belle, thanks. Right now, part of a Sevier County church's parking lot is torn up. Church members are cleaning up the damage. First Baptist Church in Pigeon Forge said the congregation arrived Sunday to find their newly renovated parking lot damaged. The church said after busy weekends, they'll find some trash scattered, but never damage. Well, this weekend they came back to find oil stains and parts of the parking surface damaged. They said they hope this isn't a trend because they want to keep their lot open so everyone knows the church is a welcoming place.
Some of the folks felt vulnerable. You know, it's easy to pick up a can or some paper, some wrappings and things like that, but there's not been any damage to the building, and you know, this is so close to where all of our people walk through to get into the building.
The church says it typically leaves its parking lot open, and this is the first time they've had issues. Gatlinburg Police Department's cruisers getting a new look. The department says the new graphics were actually designed by a patrol officer, featuring the skyline of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and the silhouette of a black bear, symbolizing the natural beauty and wildlife that defines Gatlinburg. WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Vols. It is back to work for the Big Orange this weekend after the bye week. Saturday's showdown with the now Bobby Petrino-led Arkansas Razorbacks. Tennessee is looking to add another SEC win and get some revenge after losing last year in Fayetteville. A lot of turmoil this season at Arkansas. Sam Pittman fired as their head coach, opening the door for Bobby Petrino to once again become the head hog. We asked Vols offensive coordinator Joey Hazel if that meant a deeper dive into what Joey Aguilar and his unit might face this weekend.
Yeah, it's been super deep. You can never write anything off, right? You got a bunch of guys that are doing it for the first time now this season. It kind of has a feel of like the first game of the year where you have what they've done, what you think they'll do, but you also have to be prepared for really anything because they've had 2 weeks as well. They had the bye, so they can get whatever they want installed.
The Vols offense has produced a balanced attack so far this season with nearly 540 yards passing and 200 yards rushing per game. And the Vols are adding another defensive weapon for Saturday's showdown with Arkansas. Defensive lineman Davion Hobbs is expected to return to action for the Vols this weekend. The Vols are now preparing to face an athletic quarterback for Arkansas, Taylon Green.
It's going to be really big for this weekend for the entire front, across the front, for everybody doing their job and only their job. We don't need Superman out there. We need for everybody to do their job versus a very athletic quarterback. Remind you a lot of guys, you guys remember Vince Young, Michael Vick. That's what we remind you of, just a taller, longer version. So everybody has to do their job this week.
Tennessee's defense is averaging 4 sacks per game this season, ranking it among the best in the nation. And we've got you covered ahead of the game. We've got another edition of Volunteer Game Day lined up for you with Brittany Tarwater, voice of the Vols Mike Keith, and VFL quarterback Heath Schuler breaking it all down ahead of kickoff. This week, they'll interview several former Vols that are being honored as part of the Champions Weekend. We're also going to hear from defensive back Jalen McMurray and athletic director Tanny White. That's all Saturday at 2 o'clock on the Tennessee Valley Sports Network. And yesterday, UT posted a cryptic video on social media. You see a bearded skull with a hat on the field of Neyland Stadium. Showed tomorrow's date on it. A lot of people are trying to figure out what the video is teasing. We're going to be sure to keep you updated right here in the WVLT News app.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
And we're highlighting historic facts about our state and country leading up to our nation's 250th birthday. On this date in 1918, United States Corporal Alvin C. York displayed bravery that would earn him the Medal of Honor. The Fentress County native led an attack that killed more than 20 Germans and captured 132 prisoners. After the war, he founded the Alvin C. York Institution in Jamestown to give rural children the chance to attend high school. During the Depression, York transferred the school to the state of Tennessee. It is the only comprehensive secondary school in the United States that is financed and operated by a state government. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv, inside your WVLT News app, and on WVLT social media pages. We'll have your top headlines at noon.